Hey! It's been 5 minutes since the last recording. All I did is check that it worked good. It did. It did work good. I want to play this game some more because it's good. So, I really appreciate this sort of... It looks really macabre, and I understand why you would hang your stuff this way. Presumably, these, like, suits would be hung out to dry, and then these little cables would come down so you could do that somehow. But it looks like they're corpses. Oh, they're missing their shadows though. Bad game. So the interesting thing about this is presumably people could take these off at some point, but I guess only the ones that weren't daddies. They could just be workers instead of full-blooded dads. Ah, the level progression system for this game is this railroad. This underwater railroad. Get it? It's an underground, underwater. Oh, I love the tubies. I wish they used to have this tube system in the place my dad worked, and one time I put a small sandwich in there, and it just eventually came right back. That was really cool.
Now most who survive are like this. Splicers. They're drug addicts. Vicious animals.
So, you know, Tenenbaum wants to save the daughters, the little sisters, and she calls the splicers animals, but both of them are basically insane due to the drugs. This is the new hacking game. It's better than the last one. I thought the last one was really fun, but this is more thought out because you can do what I just did without breaking the flow of combat. I don't think I'll use bots too much because I find them to be a bit annoying. They're like flies and they just walk in front of you just like them. So Lamb's got this whole butterfly shtick mixed in with her love and communism thing. One thing that's nice about this, you are no longer just a regular old human. Since you're a big daddy, they can throw mobs of enemies at you. Hey girl. Get drilled. Even though it's been a couple of years since the first Big Daddy, first events of the first Bioshock game, the people are still wearing their sort of New Year's masks because they're horribly disfigured, and they don't like looking at themselves like that. They think they're ugly, and they're right.
Andrew Ryan is dead, but the tyrant dwells within us all. Remember, we reject the gene. We reject the self. We reject the tyrant.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad way to do it. You kind of socially influence people to be selfless. I don't think it works because the only thing she's really doing is socially influencing these people to help her. But, I mean, I'd say theoretically getting people to be friends like that is the only way to get communism to work, and I think communism would be good if it worked. The end of Ryan is the end of the self. I.e., do the communism, you dorks. Do it. Hey, you remember this room from the first game? We're gonna do it again! Because nothing's spookier than a bunch of dudes trying to kill you. Kill you real bad.
I know you. That symbol on your hand marks you a dead man. 10 years, Subject Delta, since I watched you put a gun to your head and pull the trigger. But take heart. Out of your pain, paradise was born. I don't know how you survived, but your suffering is over now. These men will ease your burden. Please understand, that like all I have done, this is an act of love.
It
That's
is Sophia
believable.
Lamb. She has found you.
I do believe. Are they just shooting not me at all? Well, I can't do nothing, which means this is not gonna kill me. Oh. Why'd I get like shoved over here? This is nice. So, Lamb tells you that she's gonna kill you because that's love. Which is one of the ways that you can detect somebody who's being abusive and manipulative. See? If they do bad stuff and they tell you it's because of love, that's you know that's no good. That's like in the rule book.
Now you know of the enemy we share, Sophia Lamb. The camera in your helmet allows me to watch through your eyes and help you to fight her.
Yeah. So Tenenbaum is on your side. Lamb wants to murder you. I mean, kind of what Lamb's trying to do is good. Although, I think she's kind of losing it because I think she is taking the plasmids. And you don't want your ruler to be the crazy. It's bad. Oh. Lamb will lead the way. Lead the way to this beautiful butterfly structure. How the fuck did you get here, Mr. Flyboy? You had to go through water to get here.
Careful, security cameras belong to Lamb. But if you are clever, they can be made to serve you.
No. Don't want it. Hey. None of that. Oh, why am I full HP again? Did the water heal me? Am I some sort of water elemental? Whatever. I'm gonna need all the help I can get. I'm not very good at the video games. So yeah, you're supposed to learn about the security system. I think it's annoying, so I'm gonna avoid using it as much as possible. I mean, I will hack these little drones whenever I can, just because I don't like them being against me, but the cameras are annoying. So I will murder the cameras. I absolutely love vintage ads. They're so much better than modern ads. Like, cause they're very frank about what they want to do. Like, if they want to make you feel like you'll be immortal because of their thing, that's dehumanizing. You shouldn't do that, Splicer. You can't go this way. Oh, look, they're having a nice little barbecue. Good on you, Splices. Oh.
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I know you're awake in there. I can feel it. Mother won't be able to toy with you like that ever again. This plasmid is for you. If I'm right, you can use it now. Please, find me.
Alright. Why does the entire thing... Wait a second. Instead of actually having the button move, they just flip the model. See that? Look. This little line at the corner. To the left of this bolt. Now it's... Oh, I flipped the model! That's cool. Alright, thanks. Got a new plasmid. This plasmid is telekinesis. Hope this helps. Aw, cute little sunshine for daddy. And they put the R backwards. Come soon to come find me. Oh, come to soon, come find me. Now there's a bunch of meat here. Love it. Do. Basically, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna murder some kooks. It's a surprising amount of people who like drawing on the walls. Maybe that's just the culture of Rapture, but I was raised not to do that. Is anyone still alive? Yes. Anyone still alive? Yes. Still? Need more of the pipes? Yes. I love doing that. Are we done? I think we're done. Did I skip a thing?
I'm told that the people grow tense and isolated in the absence of the sun. Now they clamor for a psychiatrist. Do they miss the state censor, I wonder? Wartime seizure of private assets? Or the checkup police vanishing them in the night? Regardless, this Lamb is said to be the foremost practitioner in her field. Fine. If she can quiet the rattling of the Great Chain's weakest links, I will leave her to it.
Okay, so Ryan basically appointed her community psychologist for this city?
There would be no Rapture without me. No city without the Atlantic Express. Ryan took his first grand tour on my flagship coach. These days, personal bathyspheres are all the rage. My rails only connect the oldest parts of Rapture now. And the city's just left me behind. Plenty of cash in the bank, though. This private vehicle craze will blow over soon.
That's a real nice reference to pretty much anyone in the position of historical technology. You know, they talk about how personal computers are just a fad, there's no way people could have them, no way people are smart enough to use them. Same thing happened with cars, with the railways, and with bicycles. People thought they were some sort of insane contraption. People don't like the technology, they don't like embracing it. Now, to be fair, a lot of technology doesn't ever get picked up, really. Sometimes it gets picked up in different ways. Sometimes it doesn't work the first time. For example, I believe Microsoft put out the first touchable phone, flat screen phone that you could touch with your fingies. But it didn't really catch on too good. And you remember the Blackberries? I mean, I kind of wish I had one of those because my fingers aren't good. So having something tactile to really work on would improve my lifespan.
White is not black, Dr. Lamb. Down is not up, and straw is not gold. Look around you. Rapture is no miracle. It is a product of reason. Impossible unless 1 and 1 are 2, and A equates to A.
And yet, alone, each man is a prisoner to bias, dream, delusion, or the pain of a phantom limb. To one man, they are as real as rain. Reality is consensus, and the people are losing faith. Take a walk, Andrew. It is raining in Rapture, and you have simply chosen not to notice.
Water's actually coming from the drain here. Huh. The idea that reality is consensus is really dangerous, because if a large group of people are taken by some stupid notion like the Earth is flat, then suddenly, by that logic, the Earth is flat, which, needless to say, is hella gay. But to some extent she's right. Just because, for example, one person doesn't realize that, say, mental health is important, doesn't mean that it's not important, right?
These people are hooked on some kind of genetic wonder drug called Adam. I've read the word splicer scribbled on walls like a warning. One of them cornered me and Christ, his face. I had a gun, but I choked. And then out of nowhere, we both heard this singing. And he took off like hell on wheels. It sounded like a kid. A little girl. Cindy's alive. I know it in my gut.
It's convenient to have that guy as the sort of straight man, because if you didn't play the first game or don't remember, there's a lot of stuff that they just kind of... Oh, the door.
Sophia Lamb is using the splicers against you. Most big daddies are like her slaves, guarding the little ones. But someone has awakened you.
I know of your bond with Eleanor Delta. To save yourself, you will come for her. But Eleanor has a destiny, one you cannot share. There is no place for you in paradise.
Well, that's not very nice. I think that's just rude. Like, why can't I just be, you know, friends with your daughter?
In ethical psychiatry, we must account for the role of evolution. Depression, fits of panic, sexual pathos, all responses to ancient selection pressure. The irony is that this theory is why Ryan's people invited me here. They mistake my study of natural law for the worship of competition. Remember, Eleanor, one must know the beast before it can be slain.
I do agree. Competition is bad. Well, the idea that competition is necessary is bad. Because I think that inherently when two people are working to defeat each other, they can't produce the maximum results like if they were working together. But people are kind of dumb things. So, for example, most folks aren't motivated to do stuff unless they're competing. And so their best work comes out when they're competing, when they're trying to beat someone else. Which you think is kind of counterintuitive because, well, whatever. If two people work together, they should be better than one person, two people working against each other. But recognize it. That's spooky and kind of cool. Ryan represents the idea of competition, whereas Lamb is supposed to be communism, working together, becoming just stone. Not a terrible thing, really. Oh, you know what's gonna happen here? We're gonna get hyper ambushed by a bunch of dudes. We're gonna not participate in this. We're gonna not participate at all. Let me Alright, we're done. Consider that encounter defeated. That's a lot of fighting. And I'm still taking damage.
Now, here is what the children tell me. You are a very old Big Daddy, bonded for life to a single little one. When you are apart for too long, your body begins to shut down, like a coma. As long as the girl is in the rapture, you are trapped here as well. The name of your little one is Eleanor Lamb, daughter of Sophia. She is kept at Fontaine Futuristics on the other side of the city. You must go there and save her before it is too late.
So, you know, there's a number of competing initiatives here. That woman wants me to save the daughter because, she fucking ran into the trap. She wants me to save the girl because saving girls is good. I want to save the girl because she's my girl. Lamb wants to save the girl, or hold on to her, because she's her girl. None of these are inherently bad things, I'd say. Yeah, trap, different kinds of ammo. How do I change it? Middle mouse. Oops. Scroll to change it. Doesn't like changing it more than double. Oh, that's cool. The little light changes before it actually gets changed. Whatever. Also, conveniently, you can just pick these up. It's a good trap. Because Lamb is in charge of the things, and because you're a big boy, the majority of the cases where a lot of times you'll fight a large quantity of splices, you'll get ambushed. We're gonna do that in a bit here. Oh, just eat it then. Welcome to the Atlantic Express. What? Hey! Got him. Is there anything we can prep here? You see, through this wall, which obviously is closed because we're gonna have a combat encounter, open it, is progression. But we need to press the button. Unfortunately, we can't really prep anything for the combat encounter. So, let's just do it.
You see? This is why I must fight Sophia Lamb. She is using the new little ones for something. And I have returned to rescue them. If I do not, more children will die for my sins. And the rapture nightmare, it will repeat forever. Now, we must talk.
Citizens of Rapture, this is Subject Delta. Behind that mask hides an enemy of the people, without soul or sympathy. It is a beast apart, and as family, we must tear out its jaw and drive it back into the sea.
Lamb will take this place apart to find you. Please, hold back the splicers until we escape. Thank you. Now I must leave you, and I am sorry for this. But there are others I must help before the city drowns. This man Sinclair, he is an ally, and will guide you to Eleanor. Goodbye, Herr Delta. And good luck.
Well, look at you. A bona fide knight in armor, complete with iron horse. The name's Augustus Sinclair, Sport, Esquire. Old Tannenbaum and I share an interest in the old Fontaine building, the very same place you'll find Eleanor Lamb. I think you and I can do business. Take the train to Ryan Amusements. I'll see you shortly.
In ethical psychiatry,
Sophia Lamb has taken Rapture and is responsible for stealing children from the surface. Her splicers destroyed my submersible and forced me to run. But the ticket booth here is secure, and though I cannot trust him, Sinclair is a valuable ally. I have already rescued a few of the new little ones from Lamb. They all want to know how we will get home. I wish I had the right words for them.
I don't know why you can't trust Sinclair, other than he lives down here, which I guess is racist. I like him. He's real cool. He, well, this, radio train station is going to be the way to the different levels. That was a really short second level. But, I think it introduced a couple key important things.
Whoa there. Now better apply the brakes unless you're aiming to dash yourself against that glacier up ahead.
Yeah. One thing that's a little bit unfortunate is that the story of your character, of Delta, is very simple.
As you can see, Chief, the station here's iced over. To reach Eleanor Lamb at Fontaine headquarters, we'll have to clear the way. Now, in order to melt that ice, you'll need a plasmid, like a handful of hellfire. We used to sell a fine old product called Incinerate in the amusement park up yonder. Go on and find a way in. I've already been on all the rides.
Your story is literally just, ride the train. Oh no, the train has stopped. We must figure out a way to ride the train. Anyway. And so you get these really silly blockers like, the thing is iced over, or the train tracks are gone, or you got killed or something. I don't know. The game is more of a vehicle for the story of Rapture, the story of Tenenbaum and Lamb and Elizabeth and Sinclair. So it doesn't do a great job of having an inherent story, but it does have lots of little other plot lines, and the gameplay is pretty decent. I'm gonna pause it now because that's the end of that previous level, and we'll start up next time on Skyrim 4: Return of the Jedi.